talk a little bit about effective meeting and respect and decorum. And I think one of the first things I want to talk about is the cell phone and the iPad and the other devices that public body members have at their side. And if all the public body members are doing this the whole time during a public hearing and they're not actively listening, that's not going to reflect well on your body, or it's not going to appear to the members of the public that your public body is being attentive to the process of the public hearing or what's being said. So I think one of the things to think about is, as much as possible, have your board members put these things away and to focus on what's going in front of the meeting, in front of them, rather than on the devices that might be next to them. Because it is true, what can happen, and I've heard some board members, well, what if I, and you could have a situation where you have that particular public body on television and it's being broadcast live. And the council member says, yes, but I know we're live on TV and there's members of my constituency back at home and they're sending me text messages about what I should do or I shouldn't do. And I want to be able to communicate back with them. I think that's very interesting, but that's not conducive to projecting to the public that you're paying attention. And it's even more problematic because if I see a council member or a member of a public body texting, I might, as a member of the public who's sitting there, say, wait a minute, that's a public record. I want to know what you're receiving. I want to know what you're considering you're making a decision. And when a public body member is gathering information from the internet while they're participating in a public process and then they're going to make a decision, how do I know what was the basis of their decision? Was it the stuff they were picking from the internet on their smartphone, or was it what he should have been listening to at the public hearing, what the witnesses were testifying to, what the documents that were presented? So you might want to think about a rule of procedure that says, members of the public body, put your cell phones away. Now, you may have to have a rule that says, okay, the cell phone may have to be on. So if you have a public body member who's got a babysitter with the children at home, they have to be able to get in touch with mom or dad by cell phone. It might have to be on vibrate so the person can deal with the telephone call on an emergency basis, leave the room, and talk to the babysitter, as the case may be. So that is one piece of decorum that I think is important to think about, and to probably enforce as a rule that members of the public body should put their cell phones and iPads and other things away and pay attention to what's going on in the room in front of them.